we decided to do the book because for a couple of reasons. Cheryl's an amazing photographer, and she has this amazing, never seen before collection of photos that stem from the last. He was nice. He was very genuine and sweet and compassionate, and those are the things that I fell in love with, outside of his good looks.
Kim Porter was a radiant star, immortalized by her presence in Can't Wait and cherished by many. But her sudden death left behind a web of unanswered questions. Now, years later, Diddy's sons find themselves caught in a whirlwind of fear as a shocking book threatens to reveal something sinister. New evidence suggests that the truth about Kim's death may involve the man she loved most, Diddy himself. Could this memoir really hold the key to what happened? Watch this video as we unveil the heart-pounding details that have everyone wondering, was there foul play? To understand the significance of these recent developments, we need to take a brief look back at who Kim was and the complicated, yet profound, relationship she shared with Diddy. Kim Porter and her relationship with Diddy. After completing high school in 1988, Kim moved to Atlanta with dreams of making it big in the modeling world. By the time she crossed paths with Diddy, her career had expanded beyond modeling to include acting, with notable appearances in films like The Brothers, 2001, and The System Within, 2006. Their meeting, however, was far from the romanticized beginning one might expect. In fact, when Diddy first laid eyes on Kim, she wasn't alone. She was with her then-boyfriend, Al B. Sure, a well-known producer and singer at the time. Diddy remembered the moment with admiration, noting how he was struck by her presence, even though she was someone else's partner. At that moment, Diddy couldn't help but wish he had someone like her in his life. At that time, Kim had just started working as a receptionist at Uptown Records, where Diddy was building his career in A&R. Their relationship didn't begin immediately. It wasn't until 1994 that things between them became more serious over time. By then, Diddy had already begun stepping into a fatherly role, helping Kim raise Quincy, her son from a previous relationship. What began as a professional relationship quickly evolved into a much closer bond. They quickly became inseparable, spending nearly all their time together, whether attending public events or simply enjoying each other's company. Their bond was undeniable. According to Kim, they were each other's constant companions. Diddy often wanted her by his side at the office, and she wanted him at her photo shoots. They were the epitome of a power couple, until things took a turn. In 1998, Kim gave birth to their first child together, Christian. Yet despite the joy of this new addition to their family, their relationship was about to face its first major test. That same year, rumors surfaced that Diddy had begun an affair with Jennifer Lopez, and those rumors proved true. This betrayal hit Kim hard, and she made it clear that she wasn't willing to tolerate such disrespect. While friends and family rallied around her, Kim found herself in a difficult position. She had a newborn to care for and no time to fall apart under the weight of her emotions. Even so, she took a firm stand and kicked Diddy out of their shared home. Although Diddy moved into a hotel, he didn't stay away for long. His frequent visits to see their son put a strain on Kim, who was still reeling from his actions. Their interactions became increasingly tense, eventually leading to a conflict that escalated to a Manhattan family court. Kim openly admitted that just seeing Diddy made her feel ill, and she struggled to navigate the complicated dynamics of shared custody, especially when Diddy insisted on seeing Christian often. For Kim, it wasn't just about the affair, it was about respect. She had made her stance clear, and Diddy's continued presence blurred the boundaries she had tried to establish. By the early 2000s, Kim had entered a new chapter in her life, and she began dating music executive Shakir Stewart, a development that did not sit well with Diddy, who was far from over their relationship. Things escalated when the two men, along with Kim, attended L.A. Reid's wedding in Italy. Reports suggest that Diddy's jealousy led to a physical altercation between him and Stewart. It was a volatile situation, with Stewart ending up needing stitches after Diddy allegedly struck him with a chair. Despite this, Kim remained strong and determined to move forward. But her connection with Diddy wasn't so easily severed. In 2003, Kim and Diddy rekindled their relationship. Despite everything they had been through, they couldn't stay apart for long. This time, their reunion led to the birth of their twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie, in December 2006. For a while, it seemed like the couple had found their rhythm again. Kim was deeply devoted to her children and had a close-knit relationship with all of them, especially Quincy, her eldest son, who often spoke about how much his mother meant to him. In fact, in 2023, Quincy publicly shared his intention to carry on his mother's legacy, emphasizing that her impact on his life was beyond words. Yet, just as before, the couple's relationship faced new struggles. In July 2007, Kim made the decision to leave Diddy for good. This time, it wasn't due to rumors of infidelity. It was because she had undeniable proof. While Kim was pregnant with the twins, she discovered that Diddy had fathered a child with his friend, Sarah Chapman. Their baby girl, named Chance, was born in July 2006. This revelation was Kim's breaking point. What hurt her most wasn't just the betrayal itself, but the fact that Diddy hadn't been honest with her from the beginning. Instead, Kim learned about the situation from a mutual friend. In her own words, Kim explained that Diddy's actions were far from original. He wasn't the first man to cheat, nor the first to father a child outside his relationship. What made the situation different for her was that she now had daughters to think about. For Kim, it was no longer just about her personal feelings. She had to set an example for her girls. By the time Diddy finally came clean about his infidelity, the twins had already been born. And for Kim, the damage had been done. She told Diddy that she had known all along, and in her eyes, his confession was far too little, far too late. Despite this, Kim and Diddy managed to maintain a friendly relationship for the sake of their children. They were frequently seen together at public events, supporting their kids, even though their romantic relationship had long since ended. Diddy, who had 6 children from various relationships, often expressed gratitude for the mothers of his children, crediting them with much of the success of his large family. He once described himself as the luckiest man in the world, acknowledging that his children's mothers were his best friends, and that he had been blessed to have such strong, intelligent women in his life. Looking back at the many layers of Kim and Diddy's relationship, it becomes clear that there was much more to their story than what the public saw on the surface. Kim Porter's untimely death in November 2018 brought an unexpected and heartbreaking chapter to a close. At just 47 years old, Kim was found unresponsive at her home in Toluca Lake, California, and was pronounced dead at the scene, leaving behind her children, along with an extensive network of family, friends, and fans. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office quickly released a statement confirming that officers were called to investigate a death at her residence. Early reports suggested the call was for a cardiac arrest, though the exact cause of death remained unclear. Kim had reportedly been battling pneumonia for weeks leading up to her death, which was initially believed to be a contributing factor. But the cause of her sudden passing was not confirmed. For those who knew Kim, this news came as a shocking blow. Diddy's representative confirmed her passing and requested privacy for both the Porter and Combs families as they processed the devastating loss. In the days following her death, there was an outpouring of love and grief from all corners of the entertainment world. Kim had touched the lives of many through her career, personal connections, and friendships. And of course, her role as a loving mother to her children with Diddy was central to her life. Her funeral, held just over a week after her passing, took place in her hometown of Columbus, Georgia. It was attended by numerous celebrities and close friends, including Usher, Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim, and Russell Simmons. The ceremony, held at Cascade Hill Church, was a fitting tribute to a life well lived, ending with fireworks as a celebration of the light Kim had brought into so many lives. For Diddy, Kim's death was particularly devastating. In an emotional Instagram post shortly after her passing, he expressed the deep pain and uncertainty he felt without her by his side. He shared that their relationship had been more than just romantic. Kim had been more than a soulmate to him. His post was meant to celebrate the special and irreplaceable bond they share, one filled with love, history, and tumultuous moments. As tributes poured in from all corners, questions surrounding Kim's passing grew louder. Some began to speculate about the nature of her death. wondering if there was more to the story. These suspicions were amplified by Diddy's own mounting legal troubles, which included multiple civil lawsuits accusing him of serious crimes such as assault and sexual misconduct. These allegations caused many to re-examine his past relationships, including the one he shared with Kim, sparking heated discussions on social media and in tabloid headlines. One of the most prominent voices to speak out about Kim's death was her father, Jake Porter. In the wake of her passing, Jake expressed doubts about the initial investigation into his daughter's death. While the official cause was listed as lobar pneumonia, Jake wasn't convinced. He voiced his frustration, calling the inquiry into her death a load of crap. However, despite his doubts and anger, he stopped short of demanding a new investigation, choosing instead to express his feelings without pushing for further legal action. At the time, the growing mistrust in the official narrative surrounding Kim's death was also linked to the numerous lawsuits and allegations swirling around Diddy. Kim's name surfaced in some of these cases, including a lawsuit filed by singer Dawn Richard. In this case, Richard alleged that she had seen Kim leaving a music studio in 2005 with bruises on her face and in tears, further highlighting the toxic elements of her relationship with Diddy. Other allegations, such as those from April Lampros, suggested that Diddy had coerced both her and Kim into dangerous situations involving white flour and unwanted sexual activities. Though these claims remain unproven, they contributed to a larger narrative of potential abuse and mistreatment that Kim may have experienced during her time with Diddy. Former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry also weighed in on the nature of Kim and Diddy's relationship. He claims to have witnessed the toxic relationship between the two firsthand, adding to the suspicions and rumors surrounding their time together. According to Curry, Kim endured a lot while with Diddy, describing their relationship as one marked by hardship and conflict. For many who were close to Kim, her passing remains a painful and unresolved chapter. The suddenness of her death, combined with the ongoing legal drama surrounding Diddy, has only fueled the fire of speculation, leaving many to wonder whether there is more to the story than meets the eye. As Diddy faces mounting pressure from multiple lawsuits, including those alleging violent and abusive behavior, the shadow cast over Kim's death grows darker. New evidence around Kim Porter's death. Kim Porter's sudden death in 2018 sparked various conspiracy theories and allegations, particularly as new evidence and statements emerged from those close to her. Over the years, these rumors gained renewed attention, especially as Diddy faced serious accusations regarding his past relationships. The mysterious circumstances surrounding Kim's passing only added fuel to these speculations. Initially, Kim's cause of death was reported as lobar pneumonia, but many people never fully accepted this official explanation. Donald Trump Jr. even referenced a conversation with his ex-wife, Vanessa Trump, who was Kim's close friend from their New York modeling days. There were growing suspicions that Kim's death wasn't due to natural causes, further fueling the belief that something more sinister may have occurred. Kim's ex-husband, Albert Joseph Brown, also known as Al B. Sure, was vocal about his doubts. A prominent figure in the 1980s music scene, Al B. Sure had a deep connection with Kim, sharing a child with her. Following her death, he posted a series of statements on Instagram, expressing his belief that Kim had been intentionally taken from them. He called for a formal investigation into her death, suggesting that her passing might have been part of a larger scheme. Al B. Sure also claimed that Kim was on the verge of revealing something significant, referring to it as an avalanche just before her sudden death. He further alleged that Kim's computer and mobile devices, which reportedly contained her original memoir notes, had been stolen. According to him, these devices held crucial information that could have shed light on what was truly happening in her life at the time. He even suggested that the memoir circulating online was a fake version, doctored to include fabricated stories, some of which involved him in graphic ways that he firmly denied. Despite his insistence, Kim's friends and family, including Diddy, have consistently denied these allegations surrounding her death and the authenticity of the supposed memoir. Diddy's legal representatives dismissed the rumors, while those close to Kim also spoke out against these claims. One such voice was LaWanda Lane, a longtime friend of Kim's who had known her since the 1980s. Lane strongly refuted Al B. Shure's accusations, stating that Kim had not been working on any kind of memoir, nor was she proficient enough with computers to handle them in the way Al B. Shure suggested. Lane expressed frustration with the spread of false narratives about Kim's life and death, especially the claims that Diddy had physically abused Kim, as alleged in the memoir, was strongly refuted by LaWanda Lane. According to Lane, if Diddy had ever acted violently toward Kim, as described in the memoir, Kim would have fought back. Lane was confident in her statements, standing by her close bond with Kim and expressing disbelief at the circulating version of events. Moreover, Lane shared that during Kim's final days, her daughter had been by her side as her condition worsened. Lane herself had spoken to Kim just 12 hours before she passed away, which further solidified her belief that there was no foul play involved. In her eyes, the theories and the memoirs were nothing more than lies aimed at tarnishing Kim's legacy and sensationalizing her tragic passing. As the conversation around Kim's death continues to evolve, many of these allegations have only added to the existing scrutiny surrounding Diddy. His personal and professional life has faced multiple controversies, and these new developments only intensify the public's curiosity. While some, like Al B. Shure, continue to push for further investigation into Kim's death, others, like LaWanda Lane, reject these ideas entirely, choosing instead to remember Kim as the loving, strong woman she was. Diddy's sons' reactions. Diddy's sons have also found themselves caught in a whirlwind of emotions and public scrutiny. The release of Kim's supposed memoir, Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side, along with the allegations against their father, has thrown their lives into turmoil. The claims made in the book, combined with the ongoing legal battles Diddy faces, have placed an unbearable weight on his children. For Diddy's sons, Christian, Quincy, Justin, and his other children, this has been particularly distressing. They were already grappling with the devastating loss of their mother. Kim was not only a central figure in their lives, but someone who brought warmth, love, and stability. Losing her so suddenly left a void that could never be filled. Now, with the additional burden of the memoir and the accusations tied to their father, Diddy's sons are facing even more turmoil. In response to the claims made in the alleged memoir, Kim's 4 children united and took to social media to speak out. Christian, along with his siblings Jesse, Delilah, and Quincy, issued a strong joint statement dispelling the rumors circulating about their mother and the supposed book. They were clear in their message. Kim did not write a memoir, and anyone claiming otherwise was lying. Their statement highlighted the pain these falsehoods were causing and how difficult it had been to reconcile their mother's untimely death with the cruel speculation that followed. The response was filled with emotion, revealing the depth of their grief. Kim's death had already been an unimaginable loss for them. In their words, their lives were shattered, and nothing had been the same since her passing. The statement also touched on how her memory was being tainted by conspiracy theories swirling around her death, something they felt strongly about putting to rest. For them, Kim should be remembered as the beautiful, kind, and loving woman she was, not as part of some elaborate and baseless theory. Christian, who was particularly close to his mother, has been visibly affected by the situation. As the oldest of Kim's 3 children with Diddy, he's had to shoulder much of the responsibility of protecting his siblings from the emotional fallout. His public statements have been firm and resolute, emphasizing the need to protect their mother's legacy and ensure that she rests in peace, away from the speculative noise. But Christian is facing his own challenges too. In April 2024, Christian became embroiled in legal trouble when he was named as a co-defendant in a sexual assault lawsuit. The lawsuit alleges that Christian was involved in a disturbing incident aboard a luxury yacht, where a woman claimed he drugged and groped her. Christian has strongly denied these allegations and, through his attorney, dismissed the lawsuit as meritless. With Christian navigating his legal troubles while trying to stay strong for his family, it's clear that the weight of everything is taking a toll on him. He has continued to stand by his father, even in the face of mounting accusations against Diddy. Earlier in 2024, Christian appeared to indirectly address his father's legal battles for the first time. When Christian posted a cryptic message on social media, many speculated it was a response to the growing controversy surrounding his father. In a Snapchat post, he simply said, "Stop with the cap," which in slang means to stop lying. Although he didn't explicitly mention Diddy or the accusations, it seemed clear that he was addressing the rumors and allegations surrounding his father. Both Christian and his brother Justin have been in the spotlight since the federal sex trafficking probe into Diddy's activities in March 2024. After federal authorities raided Diddy's mansion, the two brothers were seen leaving the house, visibly distressed. Photographs of them packing bags and leaving the property fueled further speculation that the family was in crisis. Reportedly, the brothers, shocked and overwhelmed by the allegations against their father, decided to take some time away from the mansion to process everything that was happening. Diddy's legal troubles have deeply shaken the entire family, and his sons are bearing the emotional burden. For them, this is not just a public scandal, but a deeply personal matter. This is their father, a man they've known intimately, now embroiled in serious accusations. While the world sees Diddy as a media mogul and global figure, to his children, he's simply their dad. They grew up under his guidance, with Diddy playing an integral role in their lives as a devoted father. Now, seeing him in jail, facing charges that could potentially change his life forever, has left them in a state of shock. Despite everything, Diddy has managed to briefly speak to his children from jail. Reports have surfaced that the music mogul has been able to make phone calls to his family members, including his sons. Sources close to the family revealed that Diddy is deeply concerned about his children's well-being, particularly his youngest, who are still minors and now without either parent available. With Diddy incarcerated, his children are left to cope with the situation on their own, relying on family and close friends for support. The arrest has placed immense strain on the family. A second insider close to the Combs family mentioned that the children are in a state of crisis and shock, struggling to process the reality of their father's incarceration and the serious charges against him. It's clear the family is doing its best to remain strong, but the emotional toll has been significant for everyone involved. During Diddy's arraignment in September 2024, Christian was spotted in the courtroom, seated in the third row. He was reportedly reading through the 14-page indictment against his father, trying to make sense of the allegations and their potential impact on the family. When the judge ruled that Diddy would be held without bail, Christian watched as his father turned toward him and his siblings, placing his hand on his heart in a gesture of solidarity.